today we're going to be teaching Megan about proper running technique. The most important thing about proper running, especially if you're going for speed, is how your feet hit the ground. You really want to try for mid-foot, which is like the sole or the ball of your feet, to forefoot, which is kind of on your toes. Okay, so the best way to improve your running technique is by practicing form drills. The one we're going to do right now, that Megan's going to do, is a marching high knee step. You want to try? You really want to focus on landing mid-foot to forefoot during this. And you can go as slow as you want, as long as you get the proper form down. So once you get comfortable with just the marching high knee steps, you can move into basically the same thing with just like a pop off the ground, sort of like skipping. You don't even have to really jump off the ground, just try to get the forefoot action in there. Good job. Another important aspect of proper running technique is making sure your shin comes higher than the plane of your knee with each stride. And you can either do step overs or butt kicks to help improve this skill. Good job. We're going to put all three of these drills together and watch Megan run using proper technique. Notice how her shins are getting high enough and how her feet are striking the ground. Another important aspect of running is keeping a slight forward lean while you run. You really want to run with your body and let your momentum carry you forward.
Today I'll be teaching you how to do a block start. It's important for every sprinter in a track and field team to know how to do block starts properly because it's imperative to getting to your top speed in any sprint event. I'll be teaching Tyler here today how to do a block start. And so Tyler has never done block starts or is not comfortable with his start. So basically I'm going to explain to him how to set up his blocks. I'm going to demonstrate it myself, and then I'm going to let him set it up and do it himself and critique him afterwards. So what you're going to do, Tyler, is you're going to take the frame of the blocks and you're going to put it down facing the lane that you're in. From there, you're going to determine which is your power leg. Do you know which that is?
My right.
Okay. So that would be the leg that you jump off of for a layup, per se. So you take your right leg, and because this is the right side of the blocks, you would go 2 steps in to find your first marking. And for the other side, you go 3 steps. So 1, 2, 3. His markings are going to be a little bit different than mine. These are mine just for sake of time. And from there, you're going to get yourself down into the blocks, coil yourself up, and there's going to be a 3 count. It's going to be down, set, and a clap. When you say down, you're going to coil yourself in. When I say set, you're going to bring your hips up and get your front leg to a 90-degree angle. And then when the clap goes off, you're going to push out simultaneously with both legs, making sure to push off of both paddles, and you're going to stay low for the first few steps. So now I'll demonstrate it for you, and I'll come back and help you set yours up. Do you want to just stand on them, Tyler? Mm-hmm. So when you get down into the down, you're going to want to put your right knee down, make sure it's close to the white line so that you're as close to it as possible, because as close to you to the line as possible is the best thing you can have. So this is the down, this is set, and that would be the go. So now, if you want to set up the blocks that are comfortable for your foot position, feel free to move it as much as you need. It varies from athlete to athlete based on size of their legs, length of their legs, flexibility, power, comfortability. It's very relative. So as you can see, his are going to be a little bit different than mine. And we'll see how he does. If you have any questions setting it up, feel free.
I think we're good. 2 and 3.
Yep.
I'm gonna back in.
So I'll hold the blocks for you so they don't move. And I'll give you your down side, or your down count. So down. All right, now the arms are at a 45-degree angle off your body if you're not comfortable. Set. Okay. So it's extremely important for a block start. A few of the key points would be when the gun goes off or the clap or whatever you're responding to, it is extremely important to push out of both paddles simultaneously so you can achieve the most amount of explosive power out of the blocks, followed by making sure you stay nice and low and gradually bringing your chest up. That way you don't pop up too quickly and slow down, because the longer you stay down, the longer you can gradually increase your speed. And I would say the third important key point would be to drive your knees forward out of the blocks, because if you're driving your knees forward, it allows you to push off more explosively and get to your top speed faster. So this is Seth. I'll be explaining to him how to do his blocks. So basically, Seth, do you know what your power leg is? It would be the leg that you jump off of for a layup in basketball. So what, left leg? So you're gonna want your left leg to be forward when you set up your blocks, because that way it gives you the most amount of time pushing out of the blocks in order to build up power. First, I'm going to demonstrate to Seth how I do a block start, just so you can see the proper form. What you're going to want to do when setting up your blocks, because your power leg is your left leg, you're going to want to go on the left side of the blocks and step 2 feet forward and put the block underneath where your second foot comes down. And on the other side, you're going to want to do 3 steps. So it's different than mine, but you get the idea. It's similar to the other side. So there's going to be a 3 count. It's going to be down, set, go, or a clap. On down, what you're going to want to do is get yourself lined up with your blocks, get down, push yourself into the, put your feet on the paddles and coil yourself in. Then when I say, or you're going to put your arms out to a 45-degree angle within your lane. And then when I say set, you're going to rise up so that your front leg is at about a 90-degree angle. And then when I clap, you're going to push out of both blocks simultaneously. Make sure to drive with your knees and keeping your back nice and flat and rising gradually. So now I'll demonstrate to you what it looks like really quickly so you can get a general idea. If you'd like to just step on the blocks really quick just so they don't kick out behind me. Thank you. And now as you can see, I'm going to put my arms at about 45-degree angle outside of my body. This is down, set, go. And now from there, I'd like you to set up the blocks that are positioned properly for you. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. So yep, 2 feet on that side, or however you feel is comfortable for you. Because it will be different per person based on different things like flexibility, height, and just the comfortability of the way they set theirs up. It's all preferential. Okay, so now down. Yeah, now press yourself in, there you go. Arms out. And when he's nice and ready and comfortable, set. Okay, so as you can see, he did all the cues I gave him. He went to down, set, and then pushed out when I clapped. Again, like the first person, it's important for this athlete to follow the key points of block starts, being driving out with your knees, staying low, rising gradually, and pushing out of the paddle simultaneously. So that is another athlete successfully taught how to do block starts. So as in the first 2 videos, I'm going to be explaining to another athlete how to do block starts, but the difference with this athlete is he has some experience with block starts already. So this is Peter. Peter would like to improve on his block start. So what we're going to do is analyze his block start and see what he does wrong or right. So Peter has already been briefed on how to get into his blocks. So I don't need to demonstrate it because he's done block starts and knows how to do it. So now Peter, if you'd like to get down into your block starts, I'll give you a down, set, go count, and from there we will analyze your start. Right, down. Set. Okay, so as you can see with his start, he does drive out, but the thing is he doesn't push out together with his feet, so one leg comes out significantly farther than the other. In addition to that, he comes up very quickly. We call it snapping up, which forces him to reach his top speed earlier, but he's not actually at his top speed because it slows down his acceleration curve. So now, in addition to that, Peter also stopped running after his first 2 steps, whereas we would have preferred him to, in practice, go a few more steps because it allows him to see where he needs to work on. So this is an example of where you would have someone film their block starts more times than once and analyze what they can do to improve each time, and from there they can work on how to improve.